Hotapu Gatekeepers, today's video is going to cover a topic that has been, one must say, millennia in the coming, and that is an outline of a worldwide gay spiritual path, a path towards enlightenment, because we gay men have been removed from the spiritual experiences in a comfortable and embracing way by modern religions. We are humans too. We have spiritual yearnings, spiritual longings. We have a very powerful desire to connect with something beyond ourselves, something bigger than ourselves. And when we can't do that, when we're denied that, many times those in my community will go towards other ways of escapism, of trying to transcend the physical world through drugs and alcohol and other types of self-destructive means. So it is in order to provide the gay community with a positive, constructive experience of life beyond the physical, life beyond this world, that we have this video. And what I wish to emphasize is that gay men are among the most spiritual of people in any culture, in any society. Gay people are the most powerful spiritual beings. And this is one reason why we have to embrace who we are. If you are gay, then you are a shaman, you are a healer, you are a mystic, you are a witch doctor, you are a sorcerer. It is the nature of our architecture. And so I want to outline very briefly how we in the Golden Beetle encourage gay men on the adventure of the gay hero's journey. So you see here we named this the gay hero's journey because it's a heroic one. To become spiritual is the ultimate act of courage. It is very demanding. It can be sometimes challenging. It will push your buttons and force you to slay your dragons and face your demons. And the purpose of humans on earth is to become enlightened beings, fully awakened conscious beings, so that the Supreme Being, the great androgynous source, can through enlightened humans experience the physical world, experience unlimited possibilities in the limited sphere of time and space. You see, what we call Hapi-Ur or Neter, the supreme androgynous being, is unlimited, infinite, boundless, and so wants to have an experience of remembering his boundlessness, his infinity, while confined to an infinite area. So he made humans who will be under enlightenment, creatures able to give unlimited consciousness within the field of the limited. It's an experience that only humans can give the Supreme Being. For humans are a mental creature. We are a noumenal or a mind creature. So you have to become enlightened in order to give the universe a full experience of being infinite while in a finite form. It's a catch-22. It's very Zen-like. So this became the impetus behind the ancient sacred culture's initiatic systems. Their agenda: awaken individual people into full unlimited consciousness. You are a being of consciousness. We gay men, our identity, who we are, is our consciousness, which you know as your choices. You are your choices. And the choices you make are a function of the level of consciousness that you have running. And so we have to learn that all of our decisions as gay men, the mates we pick, the foods we eat, how we eat them, how we sleep, how we exercise, how we meditate, how we make love, all of these things are choices. And the question is, are you making these choices from the highest level of consciousness or from the animalistic, bestial consciousness, the low consciousness? Are you going to give the universe a chance through you, through your initiations, through your blood, sweat, and tears on the heroic adventure to enlightenment, the chance to experience infinity through the finite? So we see here this image of these beautiful Kemetic initiates. Clearly one's a royal, and they're perhaps both royals, in fact, from their jewelry. And so we see here an image of enlightened gay men. And many people in the Kemetic community, the African movement community, spiritual movement community, will try to promote their ignorance of saying blacks were not gay, they was not gay in Africa, the Kamal were not gay. Gay is part of nature. It exists in the animal kingdom, it exists in the plant kingdom. Through asexual reproduction, it exists in the insect kingdom. It exists. Read a book, get a clue, come to the 21st century of scientific investigation, and you'll find gayness exists in the animal kingdom and the natural kingdom, therefore making it natural. If nature does it, it must be natural. So our function as gay men is different from heterosexuals. We, as gay men, as gay shamans, are what we call all spirits. We are able to tap every spiritual plane with equal ability. No other group can do this. Only gay people can do this. This qualifies us as a unique group of people in any culture, a very elite group. And the reason why our numbers are smaller in the world, why there are more heteros, is because excellence is always in the minority. Genius is always in the minority. Commonality, banality, the mediocre will always be in the majority. So when the supreme androgynous being wanted to make a group of genius shamans, genius voodoo workers, genius sorcerers, of course it must be a smaller number. So I'm proud of our small numbers because it shows that excellence comes always as a minority. I do not want to be part of the ignorant masses, the herd consciousness, or the majority in that sense. So know that because you are gay, you are elite. You are in a very refined and elite club of spirituality, of divinity. And now the time has come for us to reclaim this elitism, this excellence, as gatekeepers or guardians of the spiritual planes on earth. A gatekeeper means you balance spiritual energies on the earth within social societies, within cultures and civilizations. So be proud that you're gay, that you are different, you are unique, and that you are a small elite group. Flawless diamonds are an elite group. They don't happen every day. And when a family has a gay person born in it, a flawless diamond has been born to that clan. The ignorant heterosexuals don't get that, and the wiser ones do get that. So, remember, we are on an adventure of consciousness, an adventure to grow as gay men from our wild, primitive, low-life ways into unlimited consciousness while in one body. And now, the first thing we have to understand is how this adventure is set up. What are the rules of this game? We look here on this page here. I have a blank space up here, then an egg shape, and then the beautiful androgynous male god Hapi, which means the Nile god, shown with pregnant belly here, and he has breasts, so clearly he's androgynous. I can't imagine heterosexual men wanting to become this as their main deity or focus of worship. Clearly, this is for gay men. Okay, so the blank space above the egg and the blank space behind the whole image, this kind of white blank space here. This is the beginning. The blank space is your beginning, meaning homogeneous place, oneness, no change, just potential. The blank paper represents your inner potentials, upon which you can write anything you need to do or to become. So this blank place is a land of possibilities, what I actually call in the gay training possibility land. Each and every one of you gay people have behind you, within you, beneath you, supporting you, surrounding you, infinite possibilities. We must live in what is possible. That's the first initiation. Asking yourself, what is possible in this moment? Whatever you're going through, however difficult or challenging or wonderful, you want to start with the blank page, the possibilities land, and ask, what is the highest thing possible I can do here? And if you live in that, magic will start happening immediately. You will tap a place we call the zone where you can do things and achieve things you didn't ever think you could hit. So the first initiation, ask yourself right now, gay men, am I living my life's highest possibilities? If you are, then you are honoring the blank page, the pregnant void, the homogeneous beginning, where there is nothing there except possibility. And so we also symbolize this possibility land as this egg. The potentials, the egg of what's possible. What can you hatch in this moment? What can you give birth to in this moment that is the greatest thing ever? And living each and every moment in what is possible is very exciting. You can almost feel the adventure in that question. Wow, what is possible today as I wash the dishes, or as I go to the store, or as I do my job, or as I do my exercises, or my meditations? What is possible? Imagine every day you wake up with that question on your mind. You are living the first adventure. And Hoppy here, the figure shown here, is reminding you that who you are originally is androgynous. Notice this image. There is an image in Hinduism of a being who is of two sexes, part male, part female. And the way they show that being is they have one body divided into half, where the left half is a woman and the right half is a male. That clearly was not designed by a gay person. That was designed by a hetero. Because it still emphasizes duality kind of clashing and trying to mush together. It's a very odd looking image to my eye. The blacks of Kemet, the black gay shamans of Kemet, did not show it that way. We showed it here as Hoppy, where his androgeneity is not split into some binary clash, but it's integrated. He is male with the breast and the pregnant belly. It's not two halves being mushed together in some kind of strange way. It is one being who is androgynous in a very graceful, flowing, integrated fashion. This is very important, that we learn to distinguish as gay people what heteros see as androgynous and how gay people see it. Heteros always think in twos, opposites, man, woman, war, peace, friend, enemy, particularly male or female. And they get locked into that binary code where men want to be only men and not have really anything feminine about them, and women want to be more feminine. They want a man who's not womanly. They like opposites. Opposites mean battle. In astrology, opposition means a war, a battle. And opposition means ego. So heteros are by their spiritual architecture more ego-based. The ego of a male, the ego of a woman, and it's very hard for them to integrate those two. Psychiatrists have tried it, psychology has tried it, animals, people talk about it, but no one really does it to a large degree on a group level of heterosexual communities. But it's very easy for gay men to integrate what I call the phallic yang side and the testicular side, the yin side. That's what drag is. You see, drag is a male flawlessly integrating what appears to be female. It's not two halves. It's a flawless blending, merging, fluxing. And that is this deity, Hapi. Again, a fluxing androgeneity. So androgeneity was first. That's why I have it as an egg. These are the same thing, only one is more geometric shaped, one is more artistically rendered, but it's the same idea. So androgynous means you have the potential, the possibility of emphasizing your yang or yin half. But it's that place where there's a net zero charge, where everything cancels out, so it's a net zero charge, a net zero sum. Once you disturb the charge, it can become either electric or magnetic. Whereas the more phallic side, the more yang side is called electric, and the more yin side is magnetic. I don't use male and female because that's not how it is for gay people. We have an electric and magnetic way. But before you had the dipole of electromagnetism, you had the neutral static charge. That's the egg, that's Hapi. So I'm reminding you, in a gay adventure of divinity, we start with, I am androgynous. I can be top, I can be bottom, I can be butch, I can be femme, I can be the man or Miss Thing. I can be any of that. I can just flux into either or, because I started as neither, yet both. Okay? So the next adventure that we have in becoming an enlightened gay person is shown here. This is now going to be a bit technical to help you explain how we got from nothing to something to many things. The transition from the nothing to the many was a sequential evolution, a sequential unfolding or emerging. And so we start here with this dot. This little dot here may be very hard to see. It's very itty-bitty. I kept it small for a reason. And that is, it's the smallest of beginnings. It's the smallest things. The Golden Beetle initiation program is based upon what we call the theology of Khepera. Khepera means chaos theory, complexity science, butterfly effect, that kind of thing. And in chaos theory, complexity geometry, the smallest thing, the tiniest seed, can change everything. The tiniest thought, the tiniest action can forever change your life. This was shown in the movie Lord of the Rings as the hobbits. The smallest of all the people of Middle-earth had the biggest effect. That was a very fractal literary construct. This dot represents consciousness. So from that Hapi nothingness, that egg, first was a dot of consciousness. But now we have focused consciousness. You see, it's limited to a dot. In my other videos, I discussed the geometry of the circle. And we know this dot is actually a tiny spiral, but that's another video on my channel already. And the dot is mind, consciousness. We call this dot your Udu, which is your destiny reading. You get a destiny reading, you get a word of power that is your destiny reading. Your whole life is in that one word. And from birth to grave, that one word, that one thought, that one udu, that one reading will try to play itself out through all of your life's adventures and experiences. So, the dot we call Amun, mind, the thought the universe has for you, the thought of what the universe wants you to become. So here we have Amun, your reading, or the thought, or the word. In the beginning was the word. You are a word, meaning an idea trying to find its expression. We call that idea Amun. Mind, a cosmic thought coming as you. The next part of your adventure is this thought, this idea, this mission of yours. This dot is your mission, your Amun. This mission then protects itself. It creates a shield or a boundary condition called the circle. The circle is your destiny. It is also called your spirit. So we have the dot of mind and the circle of your spirit. Mind and spirit, or mind and matter, because matter is spirit to us. They're not separate. The material world is the spirit. And what's hiding inside that material world is consciousness or mind. So simply reviewed, Amun, your mission or your mind. The circle is what we call Ra, your spirit or matter. If you have a dot with a circle, simple equation, mind inside of matter. Your life's mission inside of your life's ups and downs. And this serpent here is a more aesthetic version of the same idea, where we have the word for the god Ra shown as the dot of mind of your mission, your spirit's karmas of ups and downs, this circle, and the cobra is called Ku, where the word Kundalini comes from. And this cobra means you have to churn this, you have to spin it, you have to go into it and engage it through spiritual exercises with your chakras or your Kundalini. Okay, so we went from mind to mind, matter, spirit, to mind, matter, spirit with Kundalini to help you. Spiritual initiation. It's a cobra that's very important because the cobra bites. This is a warning to the initiate. Once you take on your karma, once you really get into your life's issues and you deal with your spirituality, it will bite you in the behind. This is what I'm saying. The adventure, any adventure always has danger in it. No matter what you're doing, going from your house to the store. It's a little tiny adventure, but there is always an element of danger. There could be an accident, or a tree can fall in your car, or anything can happen. So no matter what you do in life, there's always a potential of being bitten in the process. It's particularly strong, though, when you turn to face your shadows, face your fears. That's why it's a cobra. It will try to bite you. Your fears will try to bite you. Your insecurities and issues will try to get you. But you have to keep going, keep spinning, keep engaging. Keep the spin, the torsion. Keep being involved in the issue. And eventually it will transmute. Poison of the snake will become power. Okay? Then we have here, the next stage of the adventure is to understand duality. Here we have the circle, the same circle that is your spirit, also called your astrology chart. This circle is nothing more than your astrology chart. This Kundalini, Ku, we call it K-H-U in Kemet, Ku. This cobra of enlightenment is doing Kundalini Yoga throughout your charts, transits, and conditions. And all of your charts, conditions are being watched like the pupil of an eye by your life's mission, your contract with the universe. It's watching how you're handling all of your astrology ups and downs, goods and bads, trying to improve them through Kundalini Yoga during the transits. The next thing a gay man must learn is that to deal with your spirit, to deal with your karmas, because we have issues to handle in life. There are things you have to learn. This is a university. Life is a university. And this dot is your major. And this circle represents the classes of your tests, your exams, your midterms, your finals, your pop quizzes. And the Kundalini Yoga here represents the homework you do to prepare for the tests. How you prep for the test through Kundalini Yoga. So this binary circle, green and gray here, remind you that life has two basic motions, inner and outer. You have an inner life and an outer life. Now, a lot of gay men forget this, and we're not taught this. Dear brothers, you have to remember, you do have an inner life. You have inner needs, needs of the soul, yearnings of your spirit. You must have meditation. You must have ceremony and ritual and the spiritual experience to be a full being. You can't just always be out clubbing and partying and being fabulous and wearing Gucci and Prada and all this external peacocking. That's only half of life. And right now, gay men are stuck in this external, outward life, not at all engaging their inner needs, their inner spiritual longings and callings. Every human being has spiritual longings. So that's the first thing gay men must learn in the adventure. You have to have a rich inner life and a successful outer life. This is spiritual fullness. This is material fullness. That's the first rule on the adventure. Any hero needs to have inner character to help him succeed. Inner character here to help him be victorious at the outer challenges. You have to have character in any good story. And so this bottom half is also symbolic of, we start here at 9 o'clock and go this way. This is saying this is the half of the circle that deals with separating from the group, being individual and unique. Me, myself, and I. Who am I? How am I different? It's when you're trying to differentiate yourself from the group and establish your unique perspective and individuality. The other half is community, where you're trying to merge with the group and you're trying to find your place within the group and how you want to unite with the group and work for the community interests and long-term goals. So the great part is, how am I different? How am I unique? How am I fierce? How am I not part of the herd? This green part is, how am I part of the herd and how do I help the herd? So you can't be all about you. You've got to be about you on one half and then the community on the other half. You have to develop yourself here and your uniqueness that you may share it as a contribution and gift to our gay brotherhood. That is the natural order of the adventure. That's the point of every hero's adventure in any literary construct. The hero starts with having to find himself, find his own strengths and conquer his own demons, and then bring back what's called a gift to the community from his adventure. What is your uniqueness and how are you going to share it? So this is me in gray, we in green. I put the green on top because as Africans, we are more communal oriented. We are not individualistic like the Americans and the white people's cultures. We are much more community-oriented people. Okay, the next part of adventure is okay. The circle divides into 4. Let's call this spring, summer, fall, winter. Spring here, summer, fall, winter. The adventure will go through these cycles. The spring is the excitement phase. Woo, this is fantastic, a new adventure. Becoming spiritual, starting a new company, starting a new relationship. It's an adventure. In the beginning is like spring, all green and flowers, blooming. Summer, boy, this is a lot of work. I've got to be strong. Summer demands you be strong, that you are willing to go out there and work. Fall, my demons, my fears, my insecurities. The excitement falls away and I have to face some serious issues. All the bright lights and exuberance of summer falls away and I have to really start dealing with some scary internal fears and demons and monsters and issues. Winter means completion. The cycle completes itself. That I have gone in and faced my demons and dealt with what I was so horrified of. And then I'm going to try to preserve it. Because in winter, seeds try to preserve themselves for the next generation to give to the next gay youth. Also, this can be, you start as a fabulous gay man, boy, you become an adult, a gay elder, and then you go in the afterlife. This is the life cycle of gay people. And I want to make mention of one detail about the gay adventure, the gay hero's adventure. Unlike the hetero version of the hero's journey, heteros start as a member of the majority because the majority of people are the heteros. They always will have more numbers than us because excellence comes in minorities. We as gay people, we don't start the adventure with the support of the majority. That's an important distinction. We don't have that support system that the hetero so-called hero has. So our adventure it begins from the beginning as literally an adventure, a heroic expression. Just to be gay by itself is heroic. We are born heroes by the fact that we are born gay. We are born bucking the majority, going against what the majority says is normalized. Keep that normal. If that's your normal, I don't want none of that. So, this gives us an edge, a spiritual edge, an edge on excellence from our birth. So know this, the fact you came out blazingly gay or quietly gay, you are a born hero. You are a natural hero. And no one is celebrating this fact. We're always celebrating hetero so-called heroes, which are often people that shoot people, war heroes, and Napoleon was a hero, and Caesar was a hero. These were men of massacre. And they turned this kind of bloodthirsty, violent nature into some kind of heroic archetype. These were butchers. That is not the gay ethic. We are not butchers as a heroic archetype. We are heroes by being unique, by being rare diamonds. Then it goes into this greater diversification here. You see we went from simple and we're getting more and more complex images, from a dot to a circle to a snake to duality to quaternity or quartet. Now we're in 12s. We divide into 12s, 12 little slices of the pie. And this brings us to the core of the adventure. These are the 12 heroic trials of the gay hero. Every gay person, this is called the 12 steps of initiation. If you pass all 12 classes, all 12 trials, you become happy in all spirits, a true hero. And very simply, you see these same 12 signs here shown in the ancient Egyptian forms as the 12 signs you know in astrology. So we have here the ram. The first adventure is the ram. You're in a warrior. Gay men are born warriors. You are born a hero. Then you have the challenge of your inner sex kitten millionaire. You must take on the challenge of the physical world. How to keep your body strong and beautiful, how to stay healthy, how to have a home. The next adventure is the gay student. You must learn from the sign of Gemini here, the twins, how to learn how to be sharp mentally, how to get information. This is called schooling. Then you have the beetle, Cancer, shown here, the beetle, Cancer. This is the gay nurturer and gay nurturing, the adventure of nurturing. You must find your inner warrior here, your inner sex kitten here, your inner student here, your inner nurturer here, and this is the most important area, this Leo lion part here. This is the gay champion, where you come out the closet and you express yourself boldly and fabulously as who you are. Then you have the adventure of the gay apprentice. Once you become fabulous, you must now perfect your unique fabulosity as a skill. And you must use that skill to conquer the enemies of your gay fabulosity. Then you have here the gay relationship. That's the next adventure. You have to learn how to have a successful gay relationship, whether or not the majority is giving us gay rights or not at the time. This is a very powerful point. It's opposite the beginning. It's the opposite position. Then you have the adventure of the gay witch doctor. Here you begin to find the spiritual side of your gayness. The guardians and the guardian angels and the fairy folk and the voodoo that helps you. You have to discover your gay magic and sorcery here. So this is the gay witch doctor, and your inner witch doctor. Here is your inner sage, the inner prophet. Here is your inner achiever, your inner humanitarian, and your inner peace. So gay men must learn to have their inner warrior, their inner pleasure, their inner student, their inner nurturer, their inner champion, their inner apprentice, their inner relationship, their inner witch doctor, their inner prophet, their inner achiever, their inner humanitarian, and their inner peace, and how to make all those things work, how to be a master at all those things. And you see this wheel subdivides to even more complexity. We have the 12 major pie slices, but look, we have fire, earth, air, water, the 4 elements. Cardinal, fixed, mutable, plus, minus, electromagnetic, electromagnetic. The dot here is your destiny reading. Your destiny reading will help you become your kind of inner warrior. Your destiny reading will help you become your kind of inner pleasure, sex kitten millionaire. Your destiny reading will help you become your own kind of inner student. Your destiny reading, unique to you, will help you become your own inner nurturer and your own champion and apprentice and partnerships and voodooist and prophet, achiever, humanitarian, and inner peace. These all link back to your destiny reading. Do you have all of these? Do you, gay men, have all of these? Which are missing? Are you missing inner peace? Are you missing achievement and accomplishment, your inner achiever? Are you missing wisdom in your life, making a lot of mistakes and foolish choices? Are you missing relationship success? Are you missing your power and inner magic? Are you missing wealth and prosperity as a gay man? Are you missing coming out the closet, fearing what others think about you? These are the adventures we must take on, the 12 labors of Ra, the sun. This glyph here, dot with circle, means Ra, the sun. Your 12 sun signs are the adventure. So we're going to have in the very near future retreats for gay men to come to Sedona, and we'll try to make some of the retreat work available online. as well as live here at Sedona, of helping you find the strength to be a gay hero, to be excellent in all 12 areas, to achieve and attain success in all 12 areas. A lot of gay men miss the inner nurturer. They don't feel that they are nurtured in life, and so they fear nurturing others. This is called relationship phobia, fear of commitment, becoming too promiscuous and not having any real connection. How do you fix that? How do you become a hero at nurturing, at bonding, at experiencing another man nurturing you and you nurturing another man deeply, not only physically but emotionally nourishing your man and him nourishing you in turn, and mentally and spiritually? How do you do that? That's called initiation into the fourth adventure of the beetle, of Cancer, of the water. You must learn to survive fire. You must learn to command earth. You must learn to soar through the air and to swim in the waters of emotion. Fire means successful external action, achievement. Earth means abundance and wealth and material luxury. Air means thoughts, clear-headedness, clear thinking. And water means heartfelt life. You must have the fire of achievement. Fire creates earth. When you go out and work, you make money and you can buy things. But when you buy things and make that money, it makes you think, well, what is the meaning of it all? Air is thought and conceptualization. Yeah, I have money and cars and jewelry, but what does it all mean? Let me think about that. And when you think about what life really means, you start realizing it's about connection, water. It's about love. It's about nurturing other people. And once you nurture other people, you get excited to go out and do something about it, to make a difference. That's what this fire is. To make a difference, though, you have to master a skill. That's the Virgo wheat. When you master that skill, you realize you can't do it by yourself. You need the scales of Libra. You need help, partnerships. But partnerships are fraught with scorpions, danger, jealousy, and all kinds of issues and projections. Once you face that deep, the terror and the tensions of really working with someone on a project for true, a lot of stuff comes up. You resolve it and you find solutions. And with those solutions, you build systems, infrastructures. And with these infrastructures, you help take care of the community, Aquarius, the community. And the community then becomes a source of peace on earth. It's a fantastic model of an adventure you go through. And we go through this wheel in great detail as experiential exercise. It's not some astrology class, but as a real adventure that you go through with modules and processes and different kinds of dances you learn and things I give you that are specific to help you experience your inner warrior, your inner millionaire, your inner student, your inner nurturer, etc. And eventually you'll go around this circle and become a completely self-realized person. This wheel, these symbols, are nothing more than the blueprint of the subconscious mind, the collective unconscious. And we have to fulfill and satisfy each of these needs, these 12 needs. Then you're a happy, fulfilled person, a Renaissance gay man, or an all spirits. So that's a brief intro into what it means to become a gay initiate. We flip back quickly to our original image, the hero's adventure. And gay men have been kept out of these techniques, these technologies, these teachings by many religious groups. And many New Age organizations don't talk about our needs and our particular interests in finding ourselves as spiritual and divine people. So the Golden Beetle is tailor-made for gay men. It's a safe space, it is a clean space, it is an accurate space, and a space filled with integrity to help gay men have a safe place to uncover their spiritual yearnings and needs in a way that empowers our unique adventure. Because we are androgynous beings. We are not heterosexual beings. We are androgynous. So, please stay tuned for more videos on this. I'm going to make this initiation public. In this zodiac, I'm going to do a gay public version of this. And we will have private versions, or where you come for retreats to my presence to actually embrace the teachings in a direct fashion. And we get more intense. You learn serious powers of your chakras, serious powers of the zodiac, and serious powers of the tree of life, the rainbow tree of eternal gay life, and the 8 gates of Orion. I have a video also on that, on the initiation mandalas of the gay system of the Golden Beetle. May all gay people be happy. May you be spiritual and fulfilled 360 degrees. Not 120 or 47 or 6, but 360. This is my deepest wish, is to nourish the souls and the spirit of my community. A king's job is to feed his people. And the first food I offer my brothers is the spiritual plate. Because from the food on that plate of heaven, all other food, material, emotional, love, happiness, peace, friends, community, all the others will be given to us. So, be proud that you are a minority, because excellence always comes in a minority. The average always comes as the majority. So we are not an average grouping of people in any culture. We are a unique pod of genius, spiritual genius. Now the time has come to prove it. And we must lip sync for our lives. May you all, Shantae, you stay. Dwau, be happy, be spiritual, and Hotepu.